Welcome to Kae-Jax Homestead. It's the Darren and Darla team. Hope you're having a wonderful week and you're doing well on your happy homesteading. I've asked Darren to join me for a quick minute before we go to the garage and start our corn and tomato processing. And it's been, what, Darren, a couple of months since your cement pad. So go ahead and give us an update.
Yeah, so gravel pad, concrete, the pad that needed to be built for my garage. Couple of different quotes and seemed to be pretty expensive, almost $6,800 plus taxes. So a $4,000 savings. That's huge. Yeah. Especially when you're homesteading and we retired, and of course everybody knows now with inflation after COVID that everything's gone up exponentially. So you've got to learn to do a little more on your own.
Probably one of the last projects Darren will do with his dad. How old's your dad that helped you with this project? Which is pretty awesome.
He turned 79 this year.
Yeah.
So yeah, we figured this was our last big build together.
Yeah.
So it'll be when you look out in the yard and you see this garage, you know, hopefully he's only 79. Hopefully he's got 20 more years in him. But as far as him climbing up on roofs and us standing walls and stuff together, because we built this house together, and we've built decks together, and we've done a lot of projects together, and this will probably be the last big one.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're going to get changed, get ready to go out and get our bubble on.
Yes, you'll see us staged in our new garage.
Yes.
I don't know if it's going to be a garage as much as it's going to be our play shop.
We've been enjoying it already, and we've
just barely got it done a couple of weeks ago.
Dr. Cameron, thanks for your time, and we hope you enjoy phase 2, which is doing down our corn and tomatoes, and we're having a blast. How about you, Darren?
Oh yeah, we're going to eat well this winter.
We are.
24 years of corn. Still get a few bubbles, but we're going to bring that back to a roll and boil. And once that's back to that roll and boil before the corn went in, we will time that for 5 minutes.
A good boil on there. How long you been on?
That's it.
What you doing?
So there you go. So we went from our roll and boil, we put it in this container with cold water, and it was like literally hot water when I dumped it out after about 5 minutes. And so then I put it in fresh cold water, and I've got a timer set for 15 minutes, and that's going to draw every ounce of heat out of those kernels before we strip them. We've got our pot of corn all cooled down. I'm just going to take it out of the water so that we can get rid of some of this water. Let this water drain as I'm taking all the kernels off the cobs. So it is good and chilled. There's no heat left in that at all. So I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, you shouldn't pull that knife towards you. See how they're just nice, beautiful layers of corn will come off. So just a little tip, folks. So when I take that first layer off, and you're lined up on those rows, peels off all in one nice long layer. Now I guess it really doesn't matter, but I just, like I said earlier in the video, I like the cosmetics. Then I turn it over And I do another nice long row, see? So now you've done 2 sides, and you can come up across here. You got another nice little layer. Your final side. The cob tastes a lot of that sugar. So I just scrape that last little bit there, last little bit right there, and those 4 edges. So now I've got all of that sweet sugar in there. And you're not going to notice those once you put those in the bags, like I've said earlier. So, and it's done. So just a little tip there, because if you go around them, so if you come this way, you take that first layer like that, if you just come here, it doesn't seem to work as well. I don't know why, and I think it's because it's cutting a half a row out. So by doing that 4 sides and all you got is those 4 little wedges left, it just seems like it's prettier and cleaner. But hey, it's corn, it's kernels. So and when you bag it, it's all gonna break up anyway. So you do whatever makes you happy. 20 ears of corn. And you almost have a roast. So now we're gonna start bagging it. I use a little bit larger bags. That way I'm not stuffing them, trying to, get them sealed back up. So maybe I use just a little too big a bag, but as you can tell, that is a lot of corn. And that's actually our 2nd batch this year. So Darla's favorite is corn, so that's why we do so much corn. 3 cups in each bag. You want to make sure you get all that air out. So I'll get it all nice and even. Lay it over the table. And then I'll fold it so that it's good and flat. And then I'll just squeeze all that air out without even lifting it up. I'll seal it.
Welcome back. Got you at my table. I'm gonna squish in here for a minute because basically you just give you so you can watch me do what I'm doing. But here's a bucket. Darren went out and picked these tomatoes from his mom starting this morning. So I got some, and I just basically have a bucket of cold water. And like he said, it's so much nicer to be in the garage because it makes the house clean up so nice. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So we did cold water bathing for our last tomatoes, and I did pressure canning. Don't really see, well, I'll say I don't really see the difference. I don't know if I've had a batch from each of them, but I will tell you, for never doing tomatoes down before, oh wow. I made my very first homemade spaghetti sauce, and I told my husband I don't think I could go back now. So tastes really, 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 really good, guys. Yeah, so all I'm doing is just kind of washing them off. They've been in dirt. And the next thing I'm gonna do, I'll kind of walk you through a few, but we're gonna core them. And then I'm going to get them ready for, we'll call it a blanching for a minute, and we're gonna put them in Darren's water. Then I will peel them. I'm gonna ice bath them, and then I'll peel them because that'll make the peelings come off nice and easy. And we'll get them ready for bottling, which probably our bottling by then will be inside, but we'll see how we progress. So go ahead and get started. I've seen some really cool things in some of the videos that I've been watching that you can use actually a strawberry, I almost think they said Pampered Chef sells them. So you just basically pop it in and give it a twirl and it will pop it right off super, super easy for you. So I'm gonna do it the old-fashioned way because I don't have that tool yet. We've been kind of, Darren and I have been kind of just seeing where this is gonna go with us. I've kind of had my feet in a little bit. I knew I wanted to do it, but I'm one of those people that think I want to do something and then I get bored really easy. So didn't want to have a huge cost in things. So as we progress and get a little bit further and we're both enjoying it, I don't mind investing in, you know, other pieces to make it faster or more efficient. So right now we're just gonna have our first summer and learn from that and see what we want. That probably gets us started. I will continue on, so you don't have to sit here and
Watch your core.
watch me. That's right. Watch us core a whole pail. And maybe while he's watching me, I'm gonna get him to chime in here and put him to work. I think he's waiting for his corn, so he'll pop on to another video, which is kind of cool because this will be our first time doing dual. So I'll be on the tomato section and then I'll have him on the corn section and we'll do the two videos together. So that'll be fun. Tomatoes are in. Getting ready to come up for a boil. It'll take about 1 minute once the boiling has started to blanch. Then we'll take them out and start removing the skins. Let's see if I can bend you down. Here we go. Hey folks, we're back. Here is our tomatoes, and see how nicely that those are coming off. And then just any of the skins. Now we don't have a dehydrator, but lots of people do. So some people do not get rid of their skins. They'll just remove this part and then put that in their dehydrator. We're not there yet. Funnel inside, so we're just going to make this work. One thing I found with doing these the last few times is to make sure that I'm pushing it down and getting them settled in there. I think before I've kind of just put them in and then not give a little pound or a push, and so I've tried to improve on that. Do a teaspoon of salt, which is optional, and 2 tablespoons of the lemon juice, which is not optional. You must create acidic. I think I should say it that way. Gosh, maybe I'm gonna have 4 this time. Look at all the juice I have from those tomatoes. Wowzers! Just fill this one up. There we go. Add it to the other ones as well. There we go. I am pleased. We got 4 out of that one. And those are the quart. And this one actually is bigger than a quart. I don't know the size, but it is bigger. Okay. We are going to now put the salt, put the lemon in, and then finally we are going to do the vinegar and wipe around the sides. We like salt, so I am going to add the teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to add the 2 tablespoons, and then I'm going to go inside and get my 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and 2. There we go. So I'm just going to put the cover on these and just take them in the house to finish the process, because we've decided that we're going to do the pressure cooking tonight. Sorry about that. I got too excited and got my bottles already ready. But basically, they're in the pressure cooker. We're building pressure now, or building heat. And all I did was put the tomatoes, which I did outside. So brought it in and used the dipper, got the lids and the rings on them, and did them finger tight. So everything was added outside. Now we're at the point of the pressure cooking. Once I get this to a rolling boil, I will wait 10 minutes once I get a good stream coming out that spout, and then I'll set the alarm for 10 minutes. Okay, we have reached pressure. You can see the weight moving back and forth, and we're going to go 10 minutes. So alarm set for 10. We'll take the weight off after the 10 minutes. Leave it for, actually, I'll just turn the burner off, leave it for 30. Once that's done, I'll take the weight off, leave it for 10, and see how that goes.